Good afternoon, everyone. For my session, I'd like to bring you through a presentation. It's been a heavy day, so I'd like to at least engage your imagination. So let's imagine that you have had 10 years worth of enterprise experience rolling out enterprise ERP. Today is your first day of work at this new company. You've been hired as the CTO of this new company, and as soon as you sit into your brand new office on your chair, the CEO knocks on your door, right? And he walks in and he shares with you his plan for growth. He shares with you that today the number of employees in this organization is 600, and the number of customers that the company is supporting is 6,000. And in 10 years, he's going to grow the company to serve 1 million customers. His mandate to you as CTO is to help him figure out how he's going to actually, how you are going to actually help him to strategize his IT roadmap and plan out all the strategies to help him grow over the next 10 years. So at this point in time, most of you think that I'm just making this up. But that's not the case. This is what I've just described to you is Azaro's first day when he joined as CTO of Brainy Bunch. So who here has heard of Brainy Bunch? Only just a handful. So I'm very proud to introduce Brainy Bunch actually, because Brainy Bunch is a local homegrown Malaysian brand. They are actually a school. They offer Montessori learning at Cambridge and elementary level, even at high school level. It is probably the single largest and perhaps the only Islamic school that offers this. So you see, from 2008 to where they are today, they have grown from a single campus in Kajang to 80 campuses spanning 4 countries. This is where they are in just a short span of 9 years. And what is amazing about Brainy Bunch, I found out, is that they have so many businesses. You think that they just run a school, but actually not. They have, amazingly, 24 subsidiaries doing things from animation, transport management, catering, restaurant, retail, you name it, everything in between. It's just an amazing story. If they can do this for the past 9 years, and if they have grown to this size, I don't doubt, and the CEO definitely does not doubt, that he's going to grow to 1 million over the next 10 years. So most of you, who here is handling IT for your company? Most of you? If your boss asks you to help him plan out a scalable roadmap for IT, not just for one subsidiary, but imagine 24 in various types of businesses. That's a huge challenge. For most of you, you may think that it's actually a pretty unrealistic goal. But fortunately, it's not. And I have the pleasure actually to introduce Azaro, who is the CTO for Brainy Bunch.
Hello everybody, good evening. Thank you Sean for introducing me into this session. My name is Azaro Hakim. Actually I'm from Brainy F, subsidiary of Brainy Bunch, just to correct. Okay, never mind. Basically, the purpose of this session, and thanks for Google and Sean inviting me for this session, is actually to share our experience migrating our system into GCP, right? The most important point that I want to touch in this session is why this migration important to us and our client, and what is the decision criteria involved, and what is our challenge throughout this journey. So I hope everybody can get input from what I will share in this session, hopefully. So the subsidiary company are created in Brainy Bunch are based on the Brainy Bunch business requirement. So I'm in a Brainy Apps. We are IT outsourcing company for Brainy Bunch. We are responsible to deliver the IT solution for Brainy Bunch and the other subsidiaries. Here is where the Brainy Apps stand as IT solution partner for Brainy Bunch as a group of company. That's why we have a very big vision to make sure Brainy Bunch can maximize technology and benefit to their business. We build industry experts in our organization to work together with other subsidiaries to understand the requirement. So we are solution partner for Brainy Bunch and other subsidiaries. So this is where we are, right? As a solution partner, we provide the IT solution for Brainy Bunch group of company to improve their business by implementing IT solution. As a consulting partner, we understand the Brainy Bunch business strategy and future direction and strategize the IT solution readiness. So, as an outsourcing company, we provide IT consultation, IT operation, and support all Brainy Bunch group of company. So this is where we are, position our company in Brainy Bunch. Brainy Bunch is always our priority because they are doing an education business. They have their specific requirement in education. We need to understand how the education business running, and we need to understand how this education business industry and come up with an IT solution for Brainy Bunch. We must make sure when Brainy Bunch business grow in the next 10 years, the IT infrastructure and solution are ready to cater the growth. This is our vision. Why GCP? There are many technology outside there that we can pick and use, that we can pick and implement in Brainy Bunch. But why is GCP? There is a reason behind that. Our principle is do not let the technology drive the strategy, but let the strategy determine the technology. We come up with the strategy, understand the long-term business plan of the Brainy Bunch and where they want to reach, which level they want to reach, then we determine the right technology for our client. So this is our principle. So the decision criteria, even the initiative is start from the management, support this initiative, but we still need to go through the same process, justify to the management why we should go to this technology, right? Because the very short question, why should we change? Even the question is short, but the answer is not necessarily short, right? So we need to justify that, why the change is important. The numbers is always the important criteria lead the decision. So we need to make sure when we move to the new technology, we can serve the benefit and the discount, the benefit in terms of the cost saving, short term and long term, right? If the migration cost is too high, maybe now is not the right time to migrate. So all this is the input that we need to provide to the management to get the approval. I also need to answer myself how scalable this technology. I also need to answer myself how stable this technology. What level of the complexity and what is the benefit. So all this input we only get after we do the evaluation, right? So once it's approved, the journey started. Before we decide to migrate to the GCP, we start with share with Google what is our requirement, and Google introduced Matrix C to Brainy Bunch. Matrix C play a very important role here. Develop trust between the Brainy apps and Matrix C. Then we can go together, reach the next level. So in the journey, we work together A lot of help we get from the Matrix C in terms of the technical support, sales force, and the support from the management. So then we need then help us to decide and make a decision, right? I still remember when I first time joined Brainy Apps. My boss called to attend the meeting, so I need to attend the meeting and run through the demo with the Matrix C. Still remember the demos run through by Wilson from Matrix C. So it's a very big challenge for me because I need to deliver in very short period. So we do the evaluation within a 1 month evaluation. So I was thinking, how can I deliver this in very short period? It's 1 to 3 months. So I decided to try myself. I go back, I try myself. In one night, I managed to migrate one of our system to GCP. If I compare with my previous experience working with other technology, I can say this is amazing. It's really amazing. Because in one night, I can configure compute engine, network, storage, database, web server on Windows environment and migrate one of our system to a GCP. So we discover how easy and fast it was migrate. From here, it built our confidence. So with confident with the technology, then I was thinking this is the right technology that we should explore further. We're not decided yet. We should explore further, right? So I discovered how easy and how amazing it. So this is and then we move further. So after 1 month, I finished the evaluation. So I present to the management. Then this is what we decide to use and what is the justification, right? So when we migrate to GCP, the most important thing I mentioned to our partner is we want to make sure the migration must be transparent to the client. This is number one. It must be transparent to the client and no service disruption during operation hours. I don't want them to involve any additional tasks due to the migration impact. So this is the KPI for us when we deliver this migration. Because if all this happen, it's actually something. It's actually we are not really prepared to that. So we work together, start to strategize what we need to do in order to reach this level. If I still remember, we start to evaluate the technologies on May. The project start on June. On July, the project go live with the parallel run, and by end of July, we managed to do cut over, and all 4 systems migrated to GCP. So then in the meeting with our board, I mentioned to them the migration completed, there is no business impact. So from there, we start strategize the way forward from now. What else we want to do in GCP? Right? So the lesson learned is when I compare with the other technology, because I have about 10 years experience working with other technology before, so I can say that the technology that Google provides to us is when it reduces the complexity, it actually impact our team. We don't need to have many people to work in GCP, just a few people, right? And when the technology is stable than the other technology, so our business can continuously grow without any service disruption or anything worry about the technology. So we give Google to handle our infrastructure. We focus in our core business. So this is how we position, how we make a decision to move into GCP. Who is behind us throughout this journey? Of course, our project team. So congratulations to the project team, Brainy Bunch management, metric management project team, Benjamin, Emma, Wilson, Puah, Mardia, Akma, Shahidat, especially thanks to the Aaron and Sean, give support to us in this project until the project success. Because Brainy apps, we have a big vision in Brainy Punch, as I mentioned just now. We develop product to fulfill the Brainy Punch requirement. Even we are under the Brainy Punch umbrella, but we have a big vision to penetrate outside market. Brainy Punch is our customer base. We use the Brainy Punch for us to build our strength. So from there, we package our product, then we sell to the outside market to penetrate others industry in outside. Only one word to describe the team is awesome. We worked just 3 months and we just closed our first quarter subscription of GCP, and I managed to prove to management we actually save about up to 40% of the cost saving.
Ooh.
As I mentioned just now, right, the numbers is very important. How stable you are, how good the technology, if you're not able to justify in numbers, it's difficult, right? Before we migrate to GCP, this is our landscape. Each system and application sitting on a different platform, and the way we support and maintain is different, right? Different team, different people, right? We have platform X. The reason why I call platform X because we have sitting on many platforms, and we also sitting on the different web hosting, right? And after we migrate to GCP, I know you can guess, it's a single platform. So we have our Brainy Bills product where the product is actually managed the school billing system. So we serve. It's used by 6,000 parents in Brainy Bunch to make school fees, and it will double up to 12,000 for the next year because we increase our campuses. And we have Afflict. Afflict is a new phenomenon will come to Malaysia in the next few months. This is an ethical entertainment digital platform. So we are very positive this platform will be the new phenomenon in Malaysia for family to have the entertainment. And we also have a parent mobile app. It's like a social networking for our parents and faculties. So faculties and parents can communicate with each other. It's like a Facebook and share the activity in the class and the school registration system. So this is the platform that we have in our company. Thank you very much for this session.
Thanks, Azaro, for sharing this. Don't you think it's really impressive? So we're really impressed that we could actually have the opportunity. I think he sounded, as he shared with you, that on the very first night when he went home and signed up for a GCP trial account, he was able to move his first application himself. So I guess there lies the question, so what did we do, right? So, but I guess it was a learning journey for even both ourselves. And now we are even more excited because right now 4 major applications are on board and there are tons more to go. And this is just really the start of the journey. So it is stories like Azaro that basically excites us more than anything else here at Matrix. In fact, this is what gets us out of our bed every day. It is to replicate successes like this and to work with customers like Azaro. So over the years, since 2008, we've actually grown to the full range of what Google Cloud is able to provide. We've started with G Suite since 2008, and over the years, we have grown our team to actually be able to provide cloud advisory services for the full stack of what Google provides. In fact, for the larger and more complex systems, we work with other third-party solution providers such as Simple which is a field force management system, Acer for Chrome devices, Barracuda for advanced firewall, Cloud Endure for DR, data replication and migration, and Tableau for data visualization for some of the data analytics projects that we embark on with some of our customers. So we noticed that there is a few themes that usually customers face as we talk about their journey to the cloud. And they are the usual suspects of infrastructure, data analytics, machine learning, application development, and collaboration. But I guess what is more important really, and this is what I'll invite all of you to come to our booth and speak to us and our team. Share to us what the vision of success looks like for you, because I know and I recognize that every company's journey to the cloud and what success means is unique to each and every one of you. It could be one of these, it could be outside one of these. I think the more important thing here is the benefits that you get from the cloud. And I think we want to hear what that is, and we would like to be able to help or be part of that journey with you. Just as we have helped a lot of companies, large and small, over the years, the same way. So we would like to be able to hear from you and share with us. So thank you very much, and I hope to speak with you further. Thank you.